All right, so this expression here, we got to think about PEMDAS, the order of operations. Now, we've got multiplication going on, exponents, parentheses, all sorts of stuff. Order of operations says start with parentheses. More like what's inside the parentheses. There's nothing really to do inside of a parentheses. This parentheses just kind of contains the -2, and this one contains this -2. So we're kind of good for parentheses. But we do have exponents, and that's what we look at next. We have a power of 3 here, and we have a power of 4 here. So following the order of operations, we deal with the exponents first of all. And then we multiply and divide, then we add and subtract, right? So we have a -2 cubed, and what I like all students to do is to just write it out. It's -2 times -2 times -2. -2 cubed is -2 times itself 3 times. So what is that? Take your time. Right, because these two -2's, you could multiply them and you get 4. And then go 4 times -2 to get -8. So this whole -2 all cubed becomes a -8. And then you can write, okay, just write it out again. You've got 10 times -8 minus 5 times whatever. This is a -2 to the power of 4. And again, we're following the order of operations. We're doing our exponents before we multiply, divide, add, or subtract. -2 to the power of 4. -2 times -2 times -2 times -2. 4 of them, right? So what does that become? I would do these two and then do these two, right? Well, these two multiply to give what? So write down 4. Okay, and yeah, and these two multiply to give what? So these give a positive 4, and these guys give a positive 4, don't they? Yeah, so that's 16. And there's lots of ways of doing it, but if you take your time and write it out step by step, you'll find that's actually 16, right? So this becomes 16. So we have 10 times -8 minus 5 times 16. So we've done exponents. We took care of exponents when we did our order of operations. But now we have like this, a multiplication, a subtraction, then a multiplication. Should we subtract at this point or multiply? Yeah, we got to multiply. So we got to do this multiplication, then deal with the subtraction, right? So what's 10 times -8? -80. It's like having 10, like you buy, I don't know, 8, let's see, 10 bags of 10 melons, and each melon costs $8. 10 watermelons. So it's a bill of $80 for the 10 watermelons when they all each one costs $8, something like that, right? So 10 times -8 is, positive times negative is negative. Now we got -5 times 16. Let's do 16 times 5. 5 6 is 30. Carry 3. 5 1s is 5 and 3 is 80, right? But that's a negative times a positive. So do we get a, does this thing give you a positive 80 or a negative 80? Yeah, that's a negative 80. Now some students they get a bit confused by this. If you want to, you can change that, subtract to blam blam plus minus, plus negative. So it says plus -5 times 16, which is just negative times positive, negative 80, right? So now we have -80 minus 80. It's kind of like, and you're subtracting, so you think, so by the way, our multiplication is done, and now we're on to subtraction, okay? With our order of operations. We've got it all the way, we did exponents, we multiplied, now we're subtracting. So you could think, I'm in debt by $80 on my credit card, and then I spend $80. Now what does the credit card say? Yes, so that's negative 160, right? And some students like the blam blam, they go, oh, here's subtract, I'll go blam blam plus negative. So it's 80 negatives plus 80 negatives, 160 negatives. 80 bad guys, 80 bad guys, 160 bad guys. So that's the answer. Good work.